You gotta take this down.
Are you flipping me off?
And we're back on the Big Dumb Fun Show. You can call 888-832-7561. Leave us a random ass voicemail message and we might play it on the air. Right now we are in studio with Brian Malloney. Let me bring your mic up there, Brian. Brian.
Hello. How are you doing there?
Musical guest in the studio. I ran into this gentleman and his cohorts in with us as well. Why don't you go ahead and introduce all these folks?
This is Christina Riddle. She's the management team.
Hi.
She takes care of all of the media.
Hi.
And the guy behind you?
That's Mr. Yeager.
Yeager.
Also known as Chumsy.
Chum.
Fire-breathing court jester.
Mr. Yeager.
Sure.
Christopher Yeager,
Yeah.
to be more precise.
Christopher.
You don't like the shorthand of that, Chris?
No, that's people were too lazy all my life, and it forced me into a life of clownhood and fire-breathing and gypsy dance.
But no Jaeger.
Oh, I drink it all the time.
Yeah. I
guess
like
that's some
Jaeger.
good news for somebody, especially if you're
If you got shares in Yeager.
if you got shares in Jaeger. So there I was last it was Saturday night. I was working my part-time job overnight as I do at Chubby's on Broadway. And this gentleman and his cohorts walked through the door to sit down to have something to eat, really. They didn't want to be bothered by me, to be honest with you. They weren't there for my company. They were there because they were hungry. And at that time of the day, there's not necessarily a lot of places to go and sit down and eat.
It's the most healthiest place in Kansas City, I hear.
No calories.
My surprise really was this gentleman is supposed to be in Dublin, Ireland right now.
Well, I was coming back, going back and forth, kind of, you know.
He had left.
Racking up the airline miles.
Was it like it wasn't a year ago even. It was last summer. You were selling everything. You had like a scooter. You're selling your scooter. You were like selling everything. You were going to Dublin, Ireland. We had to see you at the tank room there.
I was at the tank room. I sold all of my possessions, my things, everything, even instruments, and hopped the flight. Went to Ireland and was there for almost nearly 5 months, 4.5.
4.5 months. As a musician, you were performing, but you sold all your instruments.
Well, I've got a few left.
That you brought with you.
The things that have value. Yeah.
He gave me a piano.
You brought a piano back.
Okay, why'd you come back? What happened? Come on, you got to share. He's egging it on. I want to hear. Oh,
I
my
just
God.
love my.
Well, the question is,
I love
why
Kansas City so much.
You hadn't been on the program before. As I recall, I'd run into you, right? And
I've never been on your
I
show.
would see you out at the tank room, or I'd run into you not just at Chubby's, but a couple other places. And I thought that was great that you were like you're pursuing your dream of working on your Irish accent. And
It's just an accent.
Yeah, he's just calling.
Isn't it all an accent, isn't it?
it's authentic. Now you hear me do these dumb accents, and they're not authentic at all. This gentleman actually, he put the boots on the ground in order to make that accent sound real.
I lived it every day there, you know. It was all deadly.
Deadly.
It was deadly.
It was Northern Ireland, right? Dublin.
Northern Ireland is more deadly. Dublin, deadly, they use that.
Are you Irish by descent?
I am Irish
You
by
are.
descent.
And family came from the Dublin area?
We came more from Cork area.
Did you go up to Cork?
I was in Cork, yeah.
Yeah. Performing?
Performing everywhere my feet were walking, you know.
No, so you're walking and you were busking. Is that what you were doing?
Yeah, that's what they call it, busking.
Busking? That's actually very popular these days. They actually have busking festivals.
Yeah.
Where it used to be like, you're playing your guitar over there, get out of here! Now, how is it in Ireland? You say it's is it better in the U.S.?
It's definitely better than the U.S.
I mean, because first off, they're throwing pounds at you or euros, and you know the conversion rate. It's got to be worth more.
The conversion rate is better,
It's not too bad right now.
and even if they throw this, you're always getting
A
a 1 or
shilling.
2 euro coin, and you see a coin, and sometimes you don't think about it, but when you're looking in your case and it's €2 and it's filled, you're like, that's like $2 each time in America.
Each time in America.
So it's pretty amazing.
So why'd you come back?
Well, I've come back to do some touring, and I'm going to go down south. I'm going to follow the old Robert Johnson trail, the blues trail. I want to write a blues album. And then I also want to go travel to California, see the redwoods again.
Mm-hmm.
Come back through Colorado, get a little bit of Rocky Mountain High, you know,
And then just go back to Ireland
and go back to Ireland in the spring.
and go back in the spring.
Yes, and there's going to be some shows going around called The Wonderful Travels of Mr. Nine as well.
Is that your show?
That's actually Chris and I, our show that we have put together ourselves,
Okay.
and a bunch of other people
Now,
involved.
you've been playing for quite a long time. How long have you been performing and playing a musical instrument?
About 800 years.
800 years.
I am a vampire.
Wow.
Wow. I thought you had some kind of pool.
No. It's about 25 years.
25 years.
Yeah.
And people can find you out. You're online.
Yes, I'm doing the Howard Stern show next week, but no.
How many
No, yeah,
instruments? How many instruments do you play?
I play about 4 instruments.
Wow. So today, are you going to perform for us?
Yes.
I am going to perform.
And what instrument will you be playing today?
The flugelhorn.
The flugelhorn. Oh man.
I thought you said the tuba. No, I'm kidding.
Is this like an inbred, a hybrid new?
Nothing. The flugelhorn is great for blues.
I think it's a car.
I'm trying to imagine. Do you know what this is, Tom?
I do not.
It's a refrigerator in Denmark.
It's a flugelhorn.
I don't know.
I knew it.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, we don't.
The best ice you can ever get. The clearest.
But can people find you online? Do you have a website? Do you have a Facebook?
BrianMaloneyMusic.com.
.com.
That's the
And people
website.
can. Do you have an album out right now? Do you have just a
I'm in the-
collection of musical songs you put up, or anything?
I'm actually in the process of finishing up on
An album.
an album. It's got about 5 or 6 songs on it, an EP, and it should be out really soon.
And do you have
Probably
a
a
name
month
for
or
it?
BrianMaloneyMusic.com.
Good question.
You haven't named the EP at this
I
point.
haven't named the EP yet.
Not yet.
Oh wow.
Just maybe a simple story or
Well,
something.
your name is nice, Brian Malloney. That would be awesome.
Especially if you go to Ireland, like, you know, the people are going to be more accepting of you, as opposed if you're me, Aaron Gnurk. Not very Irish at all. It's really German, actually.
Doesn't matter anymore in Ireland. There's all kinds of immigrants there
All
now.
kinds of immigrants. We were just talking about that. A lot of them coming from Syria. They might want to relocate
Jump on the borders.
to Ireland. So, but how long are you here in Kansas? Because, like, you just got back?
I
You
just
didn't
got-
even have a number. You had to give me, you know, Christina's number, or Christina gave me her number, which I lost a day and a half later. No, I know it's somewhere, but
It's somewhere in the mix of
I'll get.
the universe.
At one
I'll get it
point,
to
I
you
was
again.
Sunday night. I was over at the Westport Saloon, and I pulled it out because Jason Weiss was there. I'm like, I've got Brian Maloney coming on the show, and that's the last time I
Did
remember.
did
the actual
Mr.
slip
Bice
up.
do a jig?
He did.
Did a jig, yeah.
He did. He's a nice guy.
He is a nice guy.
Now, so you though, forget about him. What about you? How long are you going to be in Kansas City?
About 5 months, 6 months.
You
Oh.
recording? You performing? Or is there places people can go and actually see you besides? The
I will
Big
be
Dumb Truck
playing.
Show?
My manager here
September
takes care of
5th,
everything.
he'll be at Danny's Bar and Grill with first singers, songwriters.
Sit up
be-
to that mic.
Sit
Don't
up!
It won't bite you.
Danny's. He'll be at Danny's Bar and Grill in Lenexa for singer-songwriters round robin events, 8 p.m., 9
What day
p.m.
is that?
9 p.m. Saturday.
This Saturday.
This Saturday. Danny's Bar and Grill.
Danny's Bar and Grill. Anything
Lenexa.
else you got lined up?
Maybe a few things. There's just nothing final, so I don't want to say anything right now.
There's going to be an impromptu concert at Union Station.
Oh, when?
As
You
soon as
wanted
he
to
gets
do
done
that.
with
I
the
don't think-
show. No.
You can't announce that, can you? It's a secret.
No, but people can go back
Look-
to
Legally.
BrianMaloneyMusic.com.
Yes.
And find out when it's going to
And
be.
you probably blog and you put photos up and tell some of your adventurous stories of busking and performing.
You can find him on Facebook.
He's on Facebook.
On
Brian
Facebook.
Maloney Music on Facebook.
So how do we find Yeager?
I've got legal matters, so I'm not for sale.
And we weren't trying to buy you, Yeager.
Oh,
He knows he's hot. They're hot. That's what happens when you're a hot guy.
And Christina Riddle,
Yes.
is this you're managing this gentleman?
Yes.
Do you have anybody else that you're really behind and supporting?
I'm in works with some other artists.
Well, just tell him. Jake Stanton.
Jake Stetton.
I know Jake, nice
Just-
guy,
Just did a photo shoot for him today.
fabulous.
So are you
Yeah.
taking new clients?
Did he comb his
Yeah.
hair and shave?
He didn't shave. He didn't comb his hair, but we got some good pictures.
Anyone
Okay.
out there listening, if they need someone to take care of their media, she's amazing.
Oh, how do they find you?
Just Google Christina Riddle. I have a website, but the website hasn't been updated, so find me on Facebook, Christina Riddle.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when we come back, Brian Malloney's going to step on over to the Big Dumb Fun Show Acoustic End Zone and knock out a couple of hits for you.
Did you have the Steinway delivered?
Some of them. Here's the beautiful body on the Big Dumb Fun Show.
That's a no.
Oh man.